All right, boys and girls, the word of the day is crowdsourcing. Can you say crowdsourcing? Today I have a bunch of metals that are very cool that I'm going to need some help from you guys to figure out exactly where they are from and when they are from. And these guys are very, very cool. Let me go ahead and get them down here in front of you, and then we'll start talking about them individually and take a closer look. And we'll see if any of you guys have seen these before or know exactly what they are. They came in together, and of course likely that gives us a hint as to what they may be, but it also can cause problems in that sometimes you assume because one thing comes in with everything else that it's all related, and sometimes things are not. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the other. First of all, this one here doesn't have any type of a tag or writing on it. This has enamel on it, and the enamel's cracking a little bit. And it looks like it's, possibly had been hand painted and enameled. And you've got this white cross, and you've got a red cross in the center with a blue background. And then when you look at the way it's been manufactured, this type of stuff is a hint to, the age of things. If you get to see a lot of this type of stuff, you probably know, kind of looking at the manufacturing processes, what something looks like, when it was made, possibly when it was made. Right, so that first one, of course, looks to be a religious metal of some type, but it looks like it could be a hat pin. It could be military. It could be military. This one's funky because the manufacturing, it looks kind of new-ish, like it's made to be old, right? When I look at this, I look at something that's maybe not as old as it looks. It just looks like it's kind of a toy, and maybe it is because it's, maybe this is the thing in the group that as I look at it, I say, this doesn't belong here, because that looks like it's supposed to be a line with a key that's a crest. I think that's a German crest, but that wouldn't fit in with a lot of these other things that are here. It definitely doesn't seem to have the age that the other items do. All right, next up, this one has almost a gold fill backing to it. It's not gold, but it doesn't look as brass as the other things. It looks like it actually had a gold plating of some type on the back. And this could be a pin back or worn on a loop. So you could put it on a chain or a necklace. And it actually looks pretty cool the way that this background flare is cut, so that as you turn it, it kind of looks like an explosion almost. And once again, you actually have enamel on there, which makes me think that it has some age to it, of course, when you see the enamel. And I wonder if there weren't like three little jewels in the center of that piece there at one point in time. So I don't know the crest. Now we're getting into some things over here that have a little bit more. They have a few more hints to them as far as what they could be. So some of this stuff, it could just be from religious meetings, right? So, when you go to the ANA, they actually give out little medals like this that hang, and then you can, if you're a delegate, it'll be all the way down, and so you see guys that have been doing it for 4 or 50 years, and it's hanging down to the floor. I got to see that in person, of course. So this has symbolism of not only Christianity, but then also some seafaring, right? You got the anchor here, but that could just be that Christ is the anchor. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's seafaring. It says benefactor, and then of course this would appear to have, I guess that'd be Mary, Joseph, and Jesus on it. The halos on Joseph and Mary would indicate that it's theologically of a Catholic persuasion. And once again, this is probably just a religious medal. But what's interesting is we go down the line here, and this one actually says delegado, which is, I assume delegate. As I say delegate and say assume, it's just because I could be wrong. This one actually has some markings on the back, so we'll take a look at that. Really cool piece. So the time frame so far also, that's something I hadn't really been talking about. You know, a lot of these in my mind are from the late 1800s to early 1900s. Let me see here. Alianza Hispano-Americana. The Mexican American, the Hispanic American Alliance, PMI, primary mortgage insurance, and let's see, patent applied for. Here we go. Is this going to be dated? W&N Company, Newark, New Jersey. So that one's pretty cool. And this last one here is also, it looks like, related to the first. And we got to see now did they get bigger metals as time went on, or smaller metals as time went on because of inflation? That's the question. Like, you start small and then you go big, right? Alianza Hispano-Americana. There it is again with the PMI and the handshaking, just like the other one. Interestingly enough, this one does not have the markings on the back that the other one did. So I'm guessing this one is older than the other one with the two same similar themes here, but I think this one here is older because it doesn't have a patent applied for. So this is going to be after a certain date. I don't know what that date is, 1892, and this is maybe before then, from like the 1880s, maybe 1870s. So I'm spitballing here. Some of you probably know exactly what this stuff is, and you're going to tell me, and that's going to be the fun part. So I'm looking forward to seeing your comments down in the comment box and learning what these guys are. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.